You're listening to the Junto Podcast, a podcast about leadership, faith, community, and pretty much anything else that you want to talk about. Visit us at www.juntopodcast.com. That's JUNTO podcast.com. Thanks for stopping by and enjoy the show. Are you confused by the words your teens or young adults speak?
Does it sometimes seem like they speak a different language? Well, we're right there with you.
On episode 92, we're taking a look at a parent's guide to teen slang. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
So, episode 92, we're referring back to Axis. If you joined us before, I think it was 2 or 3 episodes back, we did an episode about an epidemic. You can go back and watch that. But one of the sources we used was from Axis. They're a Christian organization, and they're kind of set up or designed to basically be a resource for parents to talk to teens or young adults.
Right.
Yeah.
They've got hot topics that teenagers, young adults are dealing with today. And it's actually a resource, like you said, to help parents bring up conversations or start conversations that can sometimes seem strange, hard to talk to your kids. You don't know how to communicate with them. So anyway, this is a great resource to help us parents of teenagers, young adults even. We have one that's not even teenage anymore.
I'll tell you what, we're just getting old. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It gets here quick. But nonetheless, the words that they're speaking now are just, I guess it's the same with every generation. Let me start by saying that. I remember having words or little things I would say that were part of the culture at the time, at least for young people. And I remember my parents being like, what the heck are you talking about? What does that even mean? And so we thought it would be fun just to look at this article. It's called A Parent's Guide to Teen Slang. Yeah. I just think it's funny because we are in this stage where we have teens and young adults in the house. So we hear this stuff all the time, and I know you do too. So if you're wondering what some of these words mean, maybe we'll just talk about the word that you need a little help on today in this article, Parent's Guide to Teen Slang.
True that. Before we get started, I do want to read this quote by Henry David Thoreau.
Love it.
Now, you know that he's not currently with us. He was alive back in the 1800s. Nevertheless, this is what he said. It's too late to be studying Hebrew. It's more important to understand the slang of today.
Wow.
Granted, that was back in 1800. Imagine now what he would think with the words that are being used.
Yeah.
In today's age.
That's crazy. So, and I think it happens in every young generation. I was surprised, actually, though, to see some words on this list that were actually used when I was a young chap myself.
It's a long time ago.
It was a very long time ago. So with that, don't know how many of these we'll get through, but I thought it'd just be fun. We're coming out of a month of love and talking about all kinds of things. Barb walked us through some things in the last 2 episodes. So excited to get to something fun, a little bit of comic relief, but also it's informational at the same time.
It is. And just as we are, this is the 2025 updated list.
Right.
So next week, there will be new words added, I'm sure. So
of course. That's exactly right.
Got to keep up with the times.
Yeah.
Constantly changing.
That's just part of what this world is, constant change. Goodness gracious. Yes. So who wants to start out? Do you want to go with the first one or you want me to?
Sure, I can.
Go for it.
Adulting. This one is interesting because I knew what that meant before. I feel like this was around when we were.
Yeah.
Not yet adults, maybe.
Adulting.
To do things a bona fide adult would do. Adulting is no fun. Why do I have to give all my money to the government?
Oh,
That's a funny question.
That's funny. This is from the emphasis of their perspective.
Right.
Adulting, that's to do things a bona fide adult would do. The crazy thing is, I think we get to be adults and then we still act like kids.
We
to
don't
some
want to be
degree,
adults.
it's like, what exactly is adulting? We know that's getting up, I guess, going to work. But it's crazy because their perspective is probably, they don't know we still have fun as adults.
Right. Most of the time.
Most of the time. That's true. Yeah. There are some instances.
All right, next.
Oh, aesthetic. I hear my kids say this all the time.
Constantly,
aesthetic. It's another word for vibe. I don't like this artist because I don't get her aesthetic. or I love the aesthetic of this Instagram account I just found. So,
So the vibe, the way, to me, I think of visually, but I guess it's also the feel as well when you think of vibe.
yeah,
'Cause
vibe connotates a feeling and a look, I guess, as well. So,
right?
I say that word aesthetically pleasing sometimes in that regard. But I have noticed that amongst the young people, that's like, I don't know, a term they use quite a bit.
Overly used.
Overly used. Everything's aesthetic, or it has
Yes.
its own aesthetic. It's
Got its own vibe, so it's aesthetic.
It's aesthetic. Plus, they just feel so grown saying the word.
They do. I think that's what it is. It's they feel like they're adulting. If they can use that
Right.
word.
That's true. That's true.
So this one, ate and left, no crumbs. I've definitely heard one of our older ones talking about how somebody ate
Yeah.
with their outfit or something. So let me tell you what this is. Used when someone does an exceptional job at something. They ate and left no crumbs. So they ate the whole thing. They like completely ate it. So if your outfit is fire, like you ate
Yeah.
and left no crumbs.
And if somebody approaches you, like, "Oh, girl, you ate with that," it's not also referring like I've had Sophie or one of my daughters even tell me because maybe I had a quick-witted response or something like in a conversation, and she'll be like, "Oh, you ate with that."
Right.
So it's also like can be used in that regard, like you did well or you were good or something,
Right.
something to that effect. You
exceptional
ate,
job.
she
You
ate,
did-
he
yeah.
ate. Yeah.
Yeah.
An exceptional job, as it said.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. Basic. A way to describe someone who lacks originality and enjoys the most mainstream and predictable things. Our girls have said this tons of times.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been called a basic mom at times, depending on my outfit or maybe the things that I say.
Dang.
I have.
And you didn't backhand that? No, I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
you know, it is what it is. Sometimes it's good to be basic.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes I want to just fade into the background.
The older I get, the more
Basically.
basic I become.
Yeah.
And I think that's a natural phase. I think that's something that naturally occurs. So,
Right.
yeah, basic. A way to
Right.
describe
Just-
someone
yeah.
who lacks originality. Well,
So far, our girls have said each one of these.
each
I
one of
believe.
these, absolutely.
Yeah. This next one, though, I don't know. You want to do this one?
Yeah, this one is new. BB, literally just the letter B twice, BB. So this is a synonym for babe or baby, but usually used for friends, pronounced BB, just like two B's, BB.
Right.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Has anybody heard that? Y'all heard BB in your house?
I don't think I've heard that one.
Yeah, that's one
Yeah.
that we haven't used.
I mean, we have some friends with nicknames BB, but it's because of their
Right.
name. It's not necessarily term of endearment, so to speak.
True.
Interesting.
See, we're learning right
Yeah,
here
that's
with
a
you.
new one. This next one is new too.
Okay.
Beige flag.
This is hilarious. Beige flag.
So, but and now, okay, let me read this and then let me say
Okay.
somewhere between a red flag and a green flag. So I've heard of the red flags. Our
Right.
girls use that a lot. Flags. I see a flag. I see there's a flag. Like when something needs to be pointed out or there's a warning, whatever. So the beige flag. This refers to a behavior or personality trait that is neither positive nor negative, just a little quirky or strange.
Interesting. A beige
Interesting.
flag. First of all, I think it's hilarious. Who's going to walk around and say, "Oh, beige flag"? Like that doesn't even sound right to me. That's just so weird.
No.
Beige flag. And I can say this. I don't even know if I've really used green flag. A red flag is the most common one.
flag,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, there's a bunch of red flags. Like you see some attributes in a person that are just like, okay, those are some negative things. They're red
Yeah.
flags about the kind of person they are.
Right.
But I've never used, oh man, there's a bunch of green flags
Lot of
about
green
that
flags.
guy or that girl. Bunch of green flags. I see. Like, who
It's
uses
a go.
that?
It's a go because
yeah,
of green
it's a
flags.
go. It's a go. There's green flag. And
I
then
don't
much
know.
less a beige flag.
Much less.
Why?
Much
I
less.
cannot see myself ever saying, man, they're putting up a beige flag. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It is.
They can keep some of this stuff. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Beige flag.
Right.
Hilarious.
Okay, so the next one.
We know this one, bestie, that's short for best friend, can be used sincerely or sarcastically. So
Right, we know that one.
I'm surprised that one is in the slang.
Listed as today's.
Because that one's kind of been there for a while already.
Right.
Interesting.
This next one has two, actually. I remember us saying this.
This is the one I was talking about when I read through this.
Yeah, so it's an oldie.
Right.
So you can. I'll give you the honor.
Oh, me? Mm-hmm. So, okay. I was surprised when I read that this one is still in 2025 slang. Bet. You remember, you'd be like, bet, I'll see you there, bet, or whatever. So a response word synonymous with okay, for sure. Do you want to go out tonight? Bet. And so that's been around for a while. It's interesting to see, though, some of these have stuck around, for a period of time.
Right.
Interesting.
Now, this next one is an actual thing, so I don't know that I've ever heard anyone use it as slang. Biblically accurate. So originating from art depicting biblically accurate angels, such as Ezekiel and Revelation. Let's see, depictions of sets of wings, multiple faces, some cases hundreds of eyes. So actually, like how the Bible describes how an angel would look. So this phrase is now used to refer to anything characterized by an uncanny, alarming, or horrifying experience.
Really?
This is different.
So
let me read this sentence.
Okay.
I made my mom a biblically accurate angel for our Christmas tree, but she yelled at me because it was too scary. So
is it the scary things in the Bible I
don't know if it has to always deal with
the Bible?
Biblical things, but scary things like things that surprise you in a horrifying way.
Okay.
Like when you see angels, people draw angels with wings and these beautiful beings with the light, but then when you read in the Bible the actual description of an angel, which is described here.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the shock of thinking a certain way, of knowing something, and then the truth, the accurate being scary in a way.
No, I like that. And that makes sense. I could see how in that regard, like it doesn't have to do with the Bible per se. You know what I'm saying? Like, So interesting. Have y'all, has anyone listened to this ever heard that used? That's brand new. If you have,
that's a new one.
Let us know somewhere and how it was used. But that's, biblically accurate. So when I obviously am thinking that's biblically accurate, I'm thinking, well,
true.
That it's right. That's accurate to the Bible.
Accurate.
Right. So, cool. Gotcha.
Interesting. The next one, big. So, okay, we know what big means, right?
We know big.
So here, a word that adds emphasis in multiple contexts. Big mad, being extremely mad about something. Big sad, being really sad. Big brain, someone or something that's really smart. So I think it's overemphasizing a certain quality or characteristic. Or feeling, emotions, whatever have you.
Big butt? No, I'm just kidding. Kidding.
I mean...
Well, you're talking about big brains. I get it. It's basically just adding big to the emotion.
Right. Which I've
noticed. I'm big mad. I'm big sad. Although...
Yeah.
No, I was going to say, I would feel pretty dumb if I said I'm big sad.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm big sad. I'm big mad right now.
I'm big sad. I'm big mad.
I've been big mad. What I was going to say is, no offense to this generation, but they are very... I guess I didn't need to say no offense. They're in touch with their feelings, emotions, and so there's a lot of dramatization, I feel like, with like when we were sad as teens as opposed to now when they're sad, it's like really sad.
I'm all the way sad. I'm big sad.
I don't know. Maybe it's they have more words to pull from because they are so in touch with technology and all the words and all the things that maybe they have to overly explain and emphasize things these days. I don't know. Just seems like.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good perspective. That's a good perspective. Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Very good. You broke that down.
Next.
You broke it down.
Moving on.
So, this is the next one. Remember, we're talking about slang, the 25 Parents Guide to Slang. And I've never really heard this one from any of my kids. Now, keep in mind, I do work at a college too, and I'm trying to think as I read these, have I heard these? So this next one is blueprint, and this is used when someone did something so well that they became the standard by which everyone else does it. Wow. And here's an example. Every boy band these days is trying to be One Direction. They really are the blueprint. So it's like it sounds. I mean, it's the blueprint, it's the foundation, it's the starter, it's the model by which you start all the other things.
Right.
So the meaning in this regard is pretty much the same.
So I can handle the ones that where the meaning, like it takes from the actual meaning and maybe it turns it into, a different type of word or action or way of describing someone. Like I can handle it when it's close to what the original word that they're saying means. It's when it's something that's like I cannot understand the connection between a word and like the new meaning that they've come up with.
Right.
Those are the ones that I have a hard time grasping. So to speak.
And for the
But
most
this one makes
part,
sense.
these have been pretty on track. I mean, to be slang, a lot of these are pretty straightforward and like blueprint means blueprint, essentially. So that was good.
And kids these days are super smart.
My gosh, they are.
They have access to so much information and they retain it. I mean, they come here able to work these technology and stuff. And so some of them that they come up with, I'm like, that's pretty smart.
Yeah. Well, they got it. I mean, they know, like you said, they absorb a lot of information, a lot of technology use. And so, they're exposed to a lot.
Pretty witty.
All right. The next one that has been around for a little while, this is boo. And I'm not talking about like a ghost. We talking about this my boo, this my baby. So basically this means one's significant other. Here's another one that's been around for a while. I think this became popular probably when you and I were younger. I think that's when boo started being used like that.
I think so too. That makes sense. What were you going to say the next one? What, booed up? Is that what you were going to say?
Well, that's the next one, booed up.
Okay. So that's just the action of being in a romantic relationship.
That's it. Same thing, essentially.
Yeah. But I thought you were talking about the one after that, because you have said this one for years, it seems like.
And it is what?
BOI.
Boy. Yeah. Another way of spelling boy.
Like, here's your boy.
Yeah, this your boy.
This your boy.
That's definitely like a hip hop or I don't know, part of that culture, I believe.
Yeah.
Part of the hip hop culture. And so, that's another one that's been around for a while. So I'm cool. Some of these, like, it's a little comforting to see these still on the list because, like, okay, I'm old, but I'm not that old. You know what I mean?
Still old.
In a weird way. It's a little comforting
I
because,
still feel young.
Even though I'm old.
Yeah.
So
the next one is a bop, a really good song.
Yes. That's new. That's new. A bop.
Yeah, I like that. There's a song. Isn't there a song? The bop, 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 bop. No?
Yeah. I don't know. That's okay.
That's probably not how it sounds. Thank you, Jeremy.
Right.
Let me sit here and,
that's exactly
make
right.
myself look crazy.
Well, that makes sense, though. A bop, man, that's a bop.
A bop.
That's a good song.
And, of course, bougie.
That one's been around for a little while. Bougie, high class, rich. Bouta, B-O-U-T-T-A.
I'm about to do it. That sounds like a Southern one, actually.
I was going to say, I don't know if that's as much slang as it is just bad grammar,
Almost like fixing to.
bad
Here in the South,
pronunciation.
like we're about to do something, we're fixing to do it.
Yeah, I'm about to. That's funny.
Yeah, brain rot. I've definitely heard this one.
For sure.
I've heard my girls describe certain TV shows and whatnot as brain rot.
Yes.
So content that is uninspired, internet slop.
Internet slop. Wow. That's hilarious.
Oh, and of course, bruh.
Oh my gosh. If we have heard any of it, I don't know why this is way down here, which I guess it's going in alphabetical order.
We're still in the B's.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a modern version of bro. But bruh, if I have heard any word enough in my lifetime, it's bruh.
Bruh. Everybody's bruh. And bussin'. We've heard bussin'.
Bussin'. That's
really good. Really, really good. Usually talking about food. We actually use that ourselves.
That's true. This is bussin'.
Yeah. Yep. And this next one I've heard our girls use canon. I don't know about head canon, but canon. The actual plot.
Head canon.
Head canon. My God. The actual plot of a book, movie, or show versus ideas that people have have that they want to be canon. So there's this popular thing. What is it called when people do edits of the shows that they like? I think that's the word that girls use.
Yeah.
So
right?
if they want certain characters to have a romantic relationship, they will make edits and they'll say, well, that's not actual canon. That's fandom.
Gotcha.
I think it's the word. Fandom is when the fans come up with the actual plots.
That's right. Yeah.
Different scenarios, so to speak. But yeah, canon is what the actual plot of the book or movie is.
Well, this makes me think of the Bible, canon of scripture.
Right.
So when something has been canonized, it's kind of been finalized. It's been
official.
It's been added. And like the Bible, it's a closed canon, meaning nothing can be added to that. So canon, I mean, I guess it kind of is holding that same kind of...
It is. It's
like...
Yeah, seems to be from the same vein.
Right.
So I can accept it.
Okay. She'll accept it.
I'll take it.
And I won't reject it. How's that sound?
All right, what about this one? Cap and no cap.
Oh, cap. Absolutely.
Cap is you're lying.
Yes.
No cap is not lying.
I didn't even study for the test, and I got an A, no cap.
No cap, not lying.
Why not just say,
truth.
and I ain't lying, man?
It's not a son.
That's
No
true.
cap.
No cap.
So that one, I want to understand that one. Why does cap mean lying?
I don't know why cap.
Cap. Capitalize, capital.
Where did cap?
Caption. Maybe like a caption, like, I don't know. I'm just
But that's
searching.
an interesting question that you've posed.
This is earlier. Some of the ones, like, they make sense to me. And this one, I don't mind it. But I'm just like, okay, where did it originate? Why?
Yeah, why cap?
I don't know. We
And
may
then
never
no
know.
cap. Well, when I think of cap too, that in slang terms used to mean bullet. Like I put a cap in your butt. Or I'll cap you, or whatever.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Cap, maybe like cap, like that's the top, like that's the cap, like you can't go any further.
I like where this is going. So
I don't know.
You screw on the lid, the cap. And so no
lie.
cap.
No lie.
No lie.
All right, the next one, catch feels.
Well, yeah, to develop romantic
Develop
feelings for someone.
Catch these hands.
Catch these hands, golly. Man, I used
to fight. You used to catch some hands.
You gonna catch these hands. Listen to the example. My girlfriend is way prettier than yours. You about to catch these hands.
You bout to
catch these hands.
These hands.
See?
Yeah.
We know this stuff. We know slang.
That's right.
Come on,
Would you
man.
throw hands if somebody said that about me?
Yeah, we'll throw elbows. We'll throw knees. We'll do it all.
Cap.
No cap. No cap. I stand on business. I wonder if that one's in here.
It's gotta be. So this one's CEO of. So when you're really talented at something, you are the CEO of it. So CEO of podcasting.
Yes, got
It's
it.
Jeremy Soto.
That means you're being really talented at something.
it.
Very nice. CEO. Well, how do you pronounce this next one?
I would
Chuggy? Chuggy?
Maybe.
Anybody ever used chuggy or heard
Someone
chuggy?
help. Maybe we're saying it wrong.
So this means cringy or awkward, specifically used by Gen Z in reference to trends from the early mid to 2000s. What are y'all trying to say? That it's chuggy or is it chuggy? It can't be chuggy. Chuggy?
Chuggy.
Yeah.
It could be chuggy.
Is it chuggy?
The
No, I
G
think
special
chuggy sounds
sound
right.
like J.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Let us know if you know that one. Chill. Chill has been around forever, I think. A person who's really laid back or the act of hanging out. We're going to chill. Let's chill tonight.
That's it. I've heard this next one used, this is clout, but I've heard it used like clout chaser. Basically, this is having a great social influence or following and being popular due to your social media or general social presence.
Clout,
so he's got clout.
I thought you could have clout with like anything. Like if you're...
Well, but in this slang sense, I think it's pertaining more to social media or social presence.
Got it. Having clout.
Having clout. So they're legit.
Influence.
They got influence,
Got
right?
it.
So
Makes
that
sense.
would not be us in this case then. No clout here.
This next one, cooked. When someone is so worn out or overwhelmed that they're about as lifeless as someone served up on a platter. Note the difference between let him or her cook, which has a positive association.
Oh, okay.
Association.
Yes. So I can see that. It goes back to the ate, like they ate. And so let them cook. That means they getting it. Oh, let them cook. Let them do it. They, let them do their thing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus cooked, whereas I'm spent, I'm exhausted, I'm roasted, I'm cooked.
I'm done.
I'm
Stick
done.
a fork.
Stick a fork. Correct.
Crash out. I have heard this so many times. I'm about to crash out.
Yeah.
I'm crashing out. So to do something dangerous or reckless that you might regret because you aren't feeling emotionally stable.
God, emotionally stable. Goodness gracious. I didn't know that's what it meant.
Right.
To do something dangerous or reckless that you might regret because you aren't feeling emotionally stable?
I thought it meant when I'm about to crash out, like I'm just about to lose my mind.
Yeah,
Like
that
maybe
makes
saying
sense.
something like
Well,
that,
that kind of
which
is the same thing.
Yeah, I guess it is.
To do something dangerous or reckless. Like, I guess if you hear a young person and they're, dude, I'm about to crash out, man. I just,
I'm about to do something crazy.
yeah, I guess we better take it kind of serious. I don't know.
Guess so.
Lord.
Woo.
Dead or dying. That's when something is so funny you can't handle it. Oh my gosh, that TikTok. I'm dead.
I've heard this. I've heard I'm dead
For sure.
a lot. Delulu, shorthand for delusional.
Delulu. Yes. Crazy stuff. Man, these kids be talking some stuff. Oh, this one for sure. Doing the most.
You've heard that one?
You haven't heard it? Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
think
she's doing the
so.
most. That means you're like over the top. You're being
Extra.
yeah, extra. That's exactly right. Man, they be doing the most. That's how we hear it
Doing the
around here.
most. I like that.
Yeah.
This one is done, to be completely over a task, person, emotion, situation. I'm done.
Got
I
it.
probably
I'm
said
done.
that myself.
That's not really slang, but
times.
okay, we'll take it. Now, this one is drip. That refers to a really cool outfit or item of clothing. Oh, man, that drip.
Drip.
I can't say that I've heard.
Get that drip.
Yeah, get that drip. Catch that drip, maybe? Something like that. Catch that drip.
Catch
You
that
leaking,
drip.
man.
Yeah,
You're
under
dripping.
the sink. You have a leak under the sink. Catch it.
Catch that drip.
Catch
that
the drip.
Oh, man.
This one's like the other one.
I was wanting you to explain this one because it's...
Eat or ate. A derivative of ate and left no crumbs can be used before both as a shorthand compliment. That dress absolutely eats, and a way to refer something that is more cool, glamorous, elevated version of something else.
Got it.
So yeah, you eat, you ate, past tense, or that
This
dress
is so
eats.
complicated. Y'all should see this just feels complicated. Eat, ate, like really these slang things are that complicated.
How does your brain have time to like oh, this is the right situation to use?
Well,
that?
and how do these young
it.
people know which form you're talking about?
They just know.
I guess.
Know.
It
Like I said,
really
they're
is
smart.
a different language.
They're smart. They really are. I've heard this era. So
Era.
what era are you in? This is my happy era. This is my
Yeah, people say I'm in my blank
podcast
era. Yeah,
podcasting. So this is my podcast era.
I'm in my podcast era, man. That's funny. I'm in my grandpa era.
Oh.
Not yet. I'm
We
just
are
saying.
not
No.
yet.
I'm just saying that's yes.
That's
In here, we already kind of mentioned this, but extra. So it's the same as what did we say you doing the most? Over the top, excessive, dramatic. I aspire to be this level of extra at my graduation. So they're planning extra. So cool deal. Well, let's do a couple of more. We can't possibly get all the way to Z.
It's
I thought these are just funny,
true.
though.
These are funny. Let me see. Fam, of course, is family.
Yes.
That one's easy. Finna, like
Finna,
fixin' to.
Finna. Finna, we finna do this.
Right.
Some of these are from the South. I'm just saying.
I like your fit, girl. I love your fit. Your
Yeah.
outfit.
And then they be doing these
makes
fit
sense.
checks on Instagram and stuff. Fit check. The shoes are from Walmart. The shirt is from Target.
Right.
I'm like, who cares? No offense.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Flex
I'm old.
is to show off.
Yes, that's correct. We be flexing.
Okay.
We be doing the most. G, a term of endearment for friends. Hey, G, what's up? Man,
one's old.
I am not going to let them claim this. G
Yeah, that
has
was
been
older.
around since freaking Snoop Dogg and stuff back in the 90s when I was, man, they ain't getting G. What up,
can't
G?
have that one.
They can't have it. They can have a lot of the other ones, but they ain't getting my
Yeah.
G.
What about this one? Gassing, to hype someone up. Like, I'm always gassing up my girlfriend so she knows she looks cute.
Yes.
You gassing somebody up. You fueling them up.
You
I get
fueling
that
them
one.
up.
You
I
giving
get
them
it.
fuel. That one's good.
It makes sense.
I like it. What's this girl math? Refers to
yeah.
the sometimes strange, sometimes silly, often relatable ways that women describe seeing their finances.
Seeing their finances, girl math. What does that mean? They're just ignoring it altogether.
It's like that shirt was on sale. It was like buy 10, get one free. So, hey, the girl math, that was a great deal.
Or is it like you do sometimes? A shirt will be like $15.99, and you'd be like, "That's like $15."
It was just
I
$15.
round up. I'm like, "Look, no, that was like $16 and some
And
change."
then plus tax. Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
do girl
Like,
math a lot.
yeah, you girl math it up. So I already add
Yep.
$10 to any
10,
basic thing you
that's
tell me
too
you're doing.
much.
I'm like, okay, I can at least add
10 is
10 or
too
20.
much. 10 is
I
too
mean,
much.
girl math, it's a thing.
Yeah, but it's not that overly.
Oh, it's extreme. I believe it is.
Yeah.
What about this? Glow up when someone becomes more attractive, usually over a short period of time. Oh my gosh, Ethan had such a glow up over the summer. He's so handsome.
Instead of he growed up, he glowed up.
Way to go, Ethan. You did good.
Good
man.
job. Something's Gucci means it's good, cool, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's Gucci.
High key. So if something's high key, that's obvious or definite. I high key want this shirt. What the heck? Who's going to use high key? I high key want this shirt, man. So the antonym is low key or something that is less obvious or definite. So
I see. What about this one? Left on red.
Oh,
Sophie has said that
yes,
to me
yes.
before. Like, you left it on red. When you text someone and they read it without responding.
Ooh. Gotta leave them on red, man.
Left it on red.
Keep the suspense alive.
That's funny.
Getting this bread. Let's get this
Scrolling
bread.
down. Get the bread. What does that mean?
Well, that's a play on dough. You know, you think about money. You
Get
think
money, get
one
the
of the
money.
terms is dough. So a play on dough being slang for money. It means to work hard and succeed. And this went viral in 2018 and has somewhat morphed into a battle cry or a motivation to succeed. So it went viral just in 2018. So it hasn't been in our terminology that long,
Wow.
I guess.
Nice.
Yeah.
This one is interesting. I skipped down quite a bit.
Oh.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Used to describe something weird. Although, to be clear, we at Axis think there's nothing wrong with
the state of Ohio. That's
so
hilarious.
Ohio, something that's weird. That's Ohio. That's
Interesting.
Strange. I don't know.
Wow, this one kind of poggers. Listen to scroll down a little bit. Poggers. Has anybody ever used poggers? Now, this is spelled Poggers. This is an expression of excitement or that you think something is really cool.
Poggers.
Originated as a slang for a certain emoji on Twitch, mostly used by gamers. That would explain why I probably haven't used poggers. I wonder, I'm going to ask the kids though. Have y'all heard of poggers before?
Yeah, they do some streaming stuff.
Yeah,
I bet they have.
This is one, rent free. When something occupies space in your thoughts, like they live in rent free in your head.
Hey, that's a good one. I like that one.
I like that.
Don't allow those thoughts and folks to live rent free in your head.
That's
in
it.
your
Make them pay
headspace.
rent. Make them pay.
That's it. Nice. All right, how many more do we want to do?
Let's just do a couple of more.
What about this one? Say less.
Say
I've heard
less.
this one. Say less. A way of
Okay.
saying I understand. You're so on board with what's being said that you don't need more information. Like, say
Wow,
less. Was it
wow.
girls' night with ice cream and rom-coms? Say less.
Say less. Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm there.
You don't have to say nothing else.
You don't have
I'm
to go
there.
any further. Like,
Got
that's
it. Got it.
Yep.
This one's pretty popular, one that I've heard. Snatched. Another slang term for looking good. Your outfit is snatched. Older, less used synonyms are things such as on fleek or on point.
Nice.
So that's similar to being snatched. Your outfit is snatched.
What about this? Ship. I've heard this so many times.
Oh my gosh,
Short
yes.
for relationship. Used to endorse or support a romantic coupling, even one that's not reality. Remember I talked to you about
That
fandom and stuff?
gosh, yes.
Yes, they ship characters that weren't originally in the canon
Right.
of the movie or the
she's in
book.
the slang now, y'all. She's in. She knows.
That's what it is.
Well, here's one, and we can end on one of these. There's two more. But understood the assignment. So this is used when someone is
that
doing
one
really
quite a
well
bit,
at
yeah.
something, exceeding exceptions, or making a statement. Here's an example. Look at Natalie on the dance floor. Sis understood the assignment.
Sis understood the
the
insight. She
assignment.
did it well. She
did it well.
right.
She understood. She knew what was going. She knew what to do.
Oh, this one is. I'm going to skip on that one.
Which one was it?
Just gonna keep
Okay.
going.
Okay.
Oh, there's so many. Yeah. So do we want one more?
You can take one more. You can do one more if you
Oh
want.
gosh. Let's do this one. Clap back.
Clap back.
Responding to an insult with an equal or greater comeback.
Wow.
So it's the new word for comeback is to clap
back. So you don't come back.
No,
you clap back.
It means it's louder and bigger and
Boom. You think of a clap, it's got that loud. Yeah.
nice.
Wow.
Hope this helped somebody.
Yeah, and if nothing else, hopefully you laughed a little bit about some of these words. I did. I was glad to see some are still with us from when I was a kid, but some of the other ones I have no idea. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, for listening, and we'll see you next time on the Junto Podcast. That's right, the Together Podcast. Be blessed. Thank you for listening to the Junto Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. You can find our link to YouTube and social media at juntopodcast.com. Remember to subscribe, like, and follow. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.